Long day, very long day. I was glad today I got off. I'm having my touch of wine time, relaxing. I have my candle running here. It's my Bath and Body Works candle, and I love the smell so much. It's like the cherry pound cake one, and it's so good. And it's good if you want to take a nice bubble bath and put that on. That's really nice. I'm gonna I'm gonna drink this here. I haven't even gotten around to drinking these yet. I said I was gonna drink them, and I still haven't gotten around to them yet. I haven't even opened up my reserve yet, but I'm still trying to finish up these ones from the holidays. These are like from Christmas Eve that I have with my family members. So this is one I told you is really good if you mix them. So I was going to mix a little of the Jersey Devil and then as well as the raspberry. I'm not big on raspberry wine, but with this, me mixed with this, it tastes beautiful. It tastes so good. My other wine glass broke by accident. I still have this little lingering cough going on with me still. I'm not sick. It's just that lingering cough. And it's annoying. I just want it to go away. So it's my little glass I'm going to use. I just put like a half of each. Half. There we go. I'll be careful because I got that candle running over there. And then I got the other one here. I'm going to try out and put them together because they got a really good taste together. And man, I got enough wine to last me. I'm going to go shopping for wine for a long while. Let's see. Oh yes, definitely need it today. I had a very busy day at work. Although the doctor's away for the week, there's a lot of calls and patients having issues and people crying and people got things going on, fighting insurance companies, and it's a lot. But as stressed out I become a lot at work, I actually get a lot of joy out of it too. It's very rewarding being able to help people and, to really fight for what's right. Like, these people's paying a lot of money for the insurance companies. Today we had by the way, this song here is for Boren, and it's Boren Der Club of Gore. And Boren and Der Club of Gore. So I like the sound of this song. I played a lot at work. So, but yeah, this poor guy, he was on Medicare, and the medication that we give him free samples of it, was helping him out. And what ended up happening was his insurance company told him he had to pay $800 for the medication, and then plus meet his deductible out of pocket costs, and then they're going to pay for his medication. I said, that's ridiculous. I said, what the hell is this shit? I said, what the hell? And I said, that is so sad. And I told him that. I said, that's horrible. And they were like, yeah, he's got to meet this much. I said, what's the point of having a prescription plan if you got to do all that? And so, I told him I would help him out a little bit. And, this is not over yet, and I'm going to be trying to see if I can get some alternatives and see what I can do. I mean, they try to say that, there's no tier cost exceptions, but there is. So that was my big challenge today. I wasn't too happy with that whole situation. I mean, patients having to pay $100 out of their pockets, plus, their deductible and their co-insurance. It's ridiculous. It's disgusting, the greed that they do to people with the insurance companies. It's upsetting. But we'll figure something out. We always do. I fight with them. I'm like a freaking tyrant with those people on the phone. So, besides that, medications, and I got to write letters to the insurance companies, and then, it's a lot. So I'm like, oh man, I need a glass of wine, relax. I'm telling you, I'm busy, Missy. I'm just now getting around to sitting down. It's 7:48. And in 2 more hours is gonna be my bedtime because I have to be up again around like 4:30, 5 o'clock to get ready for work again. So it's just been nonstop. I mean, I don't sit down. I mean, my husband, you know what? He works and all, but when he comes home, he gets to at least sit down, rest his feet. Me, I don't get to do that. I go home, I go to work, and then after I come home from work, it's still another duty or jobs I got to do. So I just finished cooking dinner, and before I even cooked dinner, I had to go to shopping to pick up items for the dinner that I made tonight. I made some chicken Alfredo. So I had to go shopping, pick that up after work, then run here, clean the dishes because he won't clean them. And then after that, I put the food on. And after that, got to put everything together and clean the dishes after cooking. So I was just like, I am going to relax this next hour. I'm going to relax. Wooza, wooza. Because tomorrow's going to be another day of busyness. I'm telling you, I don't sit down. I'm busy, Missy. I am a busy, Missy chick. Just workaholic, run around. If I ain't working at if I ain't working at my job, I'm working here. It just doesn't end. This is the probably only break I'll get. Shoot, that's why people tell me about kids. My eyes close like this. I mean, oh man, no. I think I'd be done. My eyes would be like this. I'm like, she's speaking of work, I'll be working 24/7 then with those kids. I said, no, that can wait, man. No. I like my peace, man. So I can only imagine, like working 24/7 with kids, plus my job, plus the second job, plus my nephews, plus running around. That would be crazy. Oh my gosh. And I still got a lot to do in this apartment because he ain't gonna help me out with it. Oh boy. I have to figure something out because I know I'm supposed to see my friend. I want to see her this week because she finally is feeling better. And I want to see how she's doing. She was sick for a while like me. And the kids were sick and I haven't got a chance to see her or the kids. And it's been like a couple of months. So I'm going to be taking a little ride out there because she lives farther than I do. She's about like 45, 50 minutes away from me. So it's going to be a ride. It's all worth going out to see her, Maybe we'll go out somewhere with the kids. And we're definitely going to have some wine time, Got to catch up on a lot of stuff. There's so much we talk about. Me and her, we be talking about a lot of stuff. We go into some very deep conversations. Just like how me and EQ do, that's how we are. We just be in some deep conversations, me and her. Because there's a lot of, like she told me before, my friend, she was like, there's a lot of people I talk to and they don't relate to her like I do to her. And, she was like, I'll be trying to tell them these things and they just be like, huh? They be thinking like my friend is crazy or something. Of course, people are going to always think you're crazy when you don't, when you think outside the box, pretty much. Let me put my charger on here. Give me a second here. Gotta put the charger in here. On there. Put these together. Gotta put the charger in. There we go. Got my charger. Is that in there? It better be in there. Okay, I see it's in there. I don't know why it looks like the charger didn't go in. I know I put, oh no, I didn't put it in. Okay. There it goes. Now it's good. Now finally it's good now. So that's what's been up. It's just trying to get over this lingering cough. I hate it. It's like a tickle in my throat. And it's just sitting there and it's just like, get out of my throat already, I think this is like the lingering side effects of whatever I had. I don't know if I had the flu or the upper respiratory infection, but all last week I had a hard time sleeping. I kept coughing like constantly all night long, and there was a time like where I remember I was soaking wet. I woke up, I felt like water was thrown on me. And I said, what's going on here? Like, whoa, I've never sweat like this before. But I did what my coworker told me to do. She told me to put onions on the bottom of my foot soles. I drank the emergency thing, and I was sweating. I have never worked a sweat like that in my life in bed. And I ain't talking about the other one. I'm talking about, literally working up a sweat in bed, not having to do nothing. And I'm sleeping and sweat is blowing off my chest. It felt like someone threw a glass of water on me. And my robe, everything was soaked. I said, what the hell? And that's the day I put those onions underneath my feet. I don't know what it did, but okay, maybe there's some truth behind what it does, because, those are like old school remedies. People say, oh, those are just, tales, myths or whatever, but I don't think they are, because I've tried it, and boy, whoo, I've never worked a sweat like that in my life while sleeping and being sick. Didn't matter what I do. So I was like, I don't know. It was only that day when I put those onions under my foot that happened to me. I don't know what happened, but that was weird. Some weird stuff. So, I told my coworker the next day, I said, boy, I don't know what those onions did to me on my foot, but boy, I felt like I had glass of water fell all over my face and my body and everything. It was weird. She says, well, that's it working its way. That's actually helping, dragging out all the toxins out of your body through the foot. And she said that your body's working a sweat. And I didn't know how true that was. And when I tried that, I said, whoa. I said, geez, okay. Well, next time I'm going to be better prepared. I literally had to get a towel. I took that robe off. I put the towel underneath me and everything, because I was like, what if I sweated like that again all night long? And boy, that was something. That was something. Oh, I hope this is I hope this is it, being sick. I'm tired of being sick. I mean, it's been going on off and on since Christmas Eve. Like I'm tired of it. So, I mean, no one else is getting sick around me, so I think that this is more just sinus infections probably at this point, because you can get what do you call it, post-secondary infections, just from being simply sick, and it's not contagious, just an infection after you had the first initial virus. But this is good. But yeah, so that's been what's up. I just been working a lot, been running around a lot. And of course, I do my Bible studies. I'm going to try to do a study tonight, at least a good 30-minute study before I go to bed. I do want to read about the Song of Solomon. And I was mentioning how people at one point thought that it was a erotica book. I was listening to a video, like a Christian a YouTube channel, and the guy was talking about marital sex and the union between a man and a woman, and that's what the book is about. And it's like, no, it's actually about the union between God and his church, and they're using metaphoric words to express that. So although it sounds erotic, you know what I mean? It's actually metaphorically speaking about God and his church. I mean, after all, we are his bride. All the believers, we are one body and one church. And so we are his bride. God is a jealous God, good, righteous jealousy. He's jealous for his people, But I definitely want to read that sometime tomorrow. tomorrow night or sometime this week. Yes? No, I don't want to switch. I'm relaxed. I got my candle on. Oh, come on. Why you gotta make me leave the room? It's early. I want to relax. I'm trying to relax. I don't want to come in here. You rush in here, so. You know what? I just got done cooking. I just want to relax. I don't want to sit out there. I want to lay down here for just 30 minutes, okay? I don't want to sit out there. It's just. What time is it right now? It's 7:58. So 8:30. All right. Hey. You better knock it off, boy. You know, it's good for you, Mom. Can't go get that belt on you. Boy, he always trying to run me out of the living room. Then if I'm trying to sit here, he's trying to run me out the room, you know? Like, I'm trying to relax. I mean, I've been running around and stuff. I mean, he's busy too. You know, he goes, you know, he works during the day, but, you know, he ain't got to relax out there, rest his feet on the couch. I let him have the couch living to himself. I'm like, let me have my room to myself now. Like, you know, jeez. Boy, my husband's a piece of work sometimes. He really can be, but I love him to death. Oh, boy. To death do us part. You know, I always think about those married couples. You know, they've been married for so long. You know, they've been married for like 60 years, like my grandparents, 60 years. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's going to be me and my husband. You know, going to be married. I don't, as long as I don't know how long we live, you know, I don't know what it's like to be married that long, but I, you know, kind of got an idea, you know, because you become, you know, what my parents tell me, they say, you know, when you get married, you know, the romance, the fake love dies, and then the real love begins when you become sacrificial, when you're actually able to go through the ins and outs with somebody. And when the romance dies, and you actually for once have to really know what it's like to love somebody and go through so much sacrifice with that person, you will go through moments of being friends, moments of being enemies, moments of being like brother and sister, you know, like, but love dies. That fake romance love, it dies. But I don't know how to explain it. I love my husband. I would say I love him, of course, a lot more than I did when I was in romance with him, if that makes any sense. Although he drives me absolutely crazy. And sometimes you're like motherly to them, you know? Sometimes when you love people, sometimes they're not going to love you the way you love them, you know? But I have to say it's an adventure, it's a journey. Yes. I think, you know, because I talk a lot about the stuff like at work with my coworker, and we were talking about like relationships, how a lot of people go into relationships just because it's convenient for them. You know what I mean? They just go into any relationship just because, with no kind of foundation or goal in that relationship. It's just more like, I just want to date somebody because it's convenient for me, because I feel like I need love in my life. I don't feel happy. You know what I mean? And if you're searching for something, if you're looking for a relationship for those reasons, it's all the wrong reasons. You know, if you're looking for a relationship, there should be a foundation. There's got to be an alignment. There's got to be some kind of goal met. You know, it should be because I want to give love to somebody, because I want to share my life with somebody. I'm ready to go through the ups and downs with them, the worst of worst. That's why they say on those vows, for better or for worse. They ain't playing around. I'll tell you that right now. They are not playing around, you know. Oh man, those vows are serious. But yes. But yeah, you know, a lot of people, they do that against these relationships. They don't have no goal. They just be dating anybody, anything. There's no real goal or foundation being set. They just date just because. And if they find you single, right? Like my coworker, she's like, hey, I'm still working on myself. People think it's so odd that she's so self-content with herself and that she doesn't need to go into a relationship to be happy or run after a man because she don't revolve her life around that. She's more like when God brings that person my way, and she's looking for marriage. When she told somebody that, ooh, boy, did they get like so offended and mad. She says, I'm looking for a foundation. I'm looking for family to build something with somebody, to have an experience with somebody, not just, be in it because I want to be happy and that's it. And that's my goal. You know what I mean? There's so much more to a marriage than that. I just, it's just something I observe a lot. And a lot of people say, I can't see myself being with somebody that long. Well, that's the thing. Are you looking for real love, to be ready for sacrifice, to actually have a true relationship with somebody? That means they're your family member. They're not just your lover. My husband, I don't just look at him as somebody that, is my lover. That phase of our marriage has died a long time, like long time ago. Now it's the real love, sacrificial love, the love of he's my baby, I don't care if he has a prosthetic peepee. All right. I don't care. I love him. I'll go years, won't do anything. And I don't care. I'll be sitting there and taking care of him. I don't care if he's in a wheelchair. I remember telling my mother-in-law that a long time ago. She was like, oh my gosh, I know you love my son, even if he was in a wheelchair. I wonder if his teeth ever fell out because he doesn't have good teeth. Would you leave him? I said, I don't care what he looks like. He could be be as big and a big pound man, bigger than what he is, sitting in a wheelchair, and I'll still love him. That's just it. I would still take care of him. I would still sacrifice a lot just to take care of him. Even if like I said, even if I had to live in a separate house from him because he was, let's say he went back to not working again. He was being lazy and it was 10 years and I had to live separately from him. I'll still be his wife. I just won't be getting affected by his financial issues, and I won't be with nobody else. But right now he's been working for 2 years. So, I'm just thankful. Thank the Lord. That's really from God, honestly. I thank God every day, he's been working and, he's been very content with his job. Same with me. I'm thankful I've been on my job as long as I have, in a job, and just been very content with where I'm at. And things have been really, really good, and that's at least one stress that's been taken off of me that's been going on for so many years before. I'm thankful. But if you ask me, I necessarily don't believe in like divorce, because I feel like when you take a vow with somebody, you're family, and that's it. So regardless, that person is family, and that covenant is under God, and really it's only because of God why I want to do the right thing. That's like family there. You became one with that person, so the two flesh shall become one. So I only based on what the word of God says, it says the only time you can divorce is if somebody commits adultery, like cheat. That's the only time that you can actually divorce. But I'll be honest. Speaking of, like, if anything ever happened in my marriage or I got older and something happened like that, I would never want to marry anybody else. Mm-mm. Hell no. Oh, marriage is tough, but it's also rewarding, and I want to explain. It's very rewarding, and like you really have this experience with somebody, to live your life with them, to be vulnerable and to share everything with them. and no matter what, like, you could be enemies and still have each other's backs. You ride and die. There you go. Yes, you ride and you die. Yes. So, I mean, oh boy. Got so many more years to go. I mean, I've been married for I got married in 2012, but I knew my husband longer than that time. I knew my husband back from 12th grade in high school. And at the time, I didn't want to date anybody. I was like, I didn't want to date no one, you know, and he wasn't having it. He was not, he was not taking no for an answer with me. I said, I made all the excuses. I said, I remember the first day he asked me out when we were in our puppy love, fake love stage, and all romantic. And I remember him spinning me around the air like a little ballerina, just holding me up in the air. And he told me one day, he says, "Can you date me?" And I said, I really like you, but not now, maybe later in the future. I didn't want to date at the time, And so then the next time we went back to school, I remember because we went to the same class together, and I remember he looked at me. He says, "So who are you going to prom with?" And I said, I'm supposed to be going with Mark. Yeah, like the guy Mark, whatever. I know he said he needed somebody to go with. And he says, he put his hands on my hand and says, "Aren't I your boyfriend?" And I just looked at him. I was like this. I just said, "Yeah, you're my boyfriend." And that's exactly how we ended up together. No lie. I just knew that he was not accepting no as an answer. Nope. And so he was not taking no as an answer. No. And we've been together since. And then got engaged 2010. Because my mother always told me if a man doesn't talk about marriage after 2 years, he's never going to marry you. So that was a good thing that he talked about marriage. So then after that, we got married 2 more years later in 2012. And my gosh, we know each other since 2007. So that would be how many years? 2007. That would be that's 18 years. Almost 18 years. Yeah. I know my husband for a long time. So yeah. Ugh. I was just imagine like all these years just going by so fast. And how like the chemistry of love changes over time. It's weird when you think about it. But oh, I can't wait for this cough to go away. I get so sick of it. But yeah, I remember that so many years. And I remember before we started dating, we used to always just play around with each other. And I'd be hitting him on the head like in the classroom. He'd be hitting me, and I'd be hitting him, and we only had to go to school to 11 o'clock. He actually worked after his class because we were in co-op. So in 12th grade, if you finished all your classes, you get to leave, go to work. So I used to, speaking of work, this ain't, being a busy Missy, that's nothing new. I've always been a hard worker, like since the time I started working. I know that I would go to school, and what I do is I do from 7 to 11, and after that, I go straight to work, and I work from 12 to 8, and that was every day, even on weekends. And then we, of course, had to report that back to the school, and I was 18. So, of course, there's no restrictions after 18 years old. So I was always hardworking. Like, I'll go to school, and after school, go to work. That was like that every day. Then I work Saturdays and sometimes even Sundays. Sometimes they have me working 7 days a week. And that's what you can do when you finish all your classes. But I was always Mrs. Busy. Busy Gonzalez. That's how I always have been. Always working, overtime, 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 overtime. Bringing home money. My parents didn't even have to worry about my prom dress. I paid for my own prom dress. Yes. I wonder if I got any old pictures to share, but with the prom dress. Let me see if I can find some old prom dress stuff. Let's see if you know what, because I got photo albums too, but I want to see if I can find, let me see if I can find some old albums of me and hubby bubby to share. What time's 8:13? I know he's gonna try to kick me out of this room. Always kicking me out of places. It's like, get out, I want to lay down now. Jeez, gets his way all the time. He's fortunate his wife is laid back and lucky going. I told you I should have been a man in this relationship. Because I don't complain as much as he does. The women are normally the ones that nag, but it's opposite in this relationship. I don't nag like he does. Pain in the butt. Let's see. What did I do with that album? I know I had it. I wanted to show some pictures. Let's see. This is one of our pictures from 2009. That's me and hubby puppy. That's me and him. Yep. That's 2009. Yep. My baby. Handsome fella. Yeah. Yeah. That's me there. Oh, look how young I look. Yeah. That was 2009. I'm trying to see if I can find some albums in here. Oh, there he goes. I found it. Oh, shit. There's a $20 bill in here. I didn't even see that. Let me show you guys some stuff. Share some things with you guys. Memories. Okay. This is 2009, I think, there. Me and him together. Well, my handsome man. Yes. And this is us again. This is me. This was after graduation. This is 2008. I got nice and tanned up that day. Yes, me. And hubby bubby sitting there right next to me. Let me see. Trying to see if I can find some graduation stuff. Here's me and him together during high school graduation. Oh, wasn't he handsome? He still is, but oh, but yeah, I remember that. He was like, I said, I think that we can wait till later on, and he's like, he was not accepting no answer. he says, aren't I your boyfriend? He puts his hands on my hand, like, very possessive. I said, yeah, yes. I just kind of gave in. And this is all of us together during high school prom. I paid for that dress. I worked hard for that. And actually, this dress was at it was like at an Asian dress shop at the mall. There goes my man there. Where's he at? Right there. And that was some really good. That was a very fun prom night. That was really fun. Hubby again. Oh. Yeah. It's him there. That's me. Look how young I look. I was 18 years old at the time. Yep. Oh boy. Yeah. Time flies, man. That's us in the limousine. I love this picture here. Actually, my sister did my hair that day. I remember now. She was like, I didn't know what to do with my hair, and and I didn't have much time. And I remember I washed it. My hair is naturally afro. I have it straightened out right now, but she was like, "Yeah, it's like freak the straighteners." She's like, "Let's do some stuff." So she did the sides, like how she did it with the hump, and she had like a wild hairstyle in the back, and I really loved the way it turned out. She did pretty good on my hair. And there goes him, my hubby bubby. Oh boy. Oh goodness. And charming eyes. And there goes me. Yep. Very, very nice memories. And let's see if we got any more. But yes, I remember that. Um very nice photos. And this is the last one I'll share, you guys. I have so many photos, memories I could share. But these are all of them. I have so much more that's in the house, but I gotta find them. Next time I'll share some of my wedding photos. But good memories. Yes. Let's see. Yep. 18 years. Ugh. But I still am trying to decipher, like, I don't know about babies, but my mother keeps telling me that I'm going to end up with a little girl later on in my late years. I'm scared. And I think that this will be, if so, I think this is going to be the only baby I'll have. And like I said, if I do become a parent, like I said before, I want to raise her in the Lord, and definitely need to move in a house. I'm trying to really try and be, now that me and him are both working now, you know, might as well move into a home if we can find something affordable, because they're not going to put the rent down. They're going to keep putting the prices of rent up. Every year is $100. So, me and hubby just said, might as well we're both working. Why not move into a house? We can make it. But we just don't want to pay for it. It's rinky dinky house. Because I'm looking online, I'm looking at some of these houses, and they're not big at all. And they're rinky dinky looking. And they're ugly, and they're overcharging like $300,000, $400,000, and I'm like, what the hell is this? I don't want to move into something like that. I mean, I want something nice. Like my dream home is like a rancher home. I always wanted to move into a ranch home, nice house, and it could be half like a log cabin, like the living room part has like log cabin look with a fireplace, and the outside is like this ranch look with wood or like a little brick or something, just that nice country look house, and a front porch. Oh my gosh, front porches is my dream. Out of all things I ever want, what two things I want in a house? I want the old school tubs without the shower, that where the tub goes around and you could lay your back on and you could take a bath. And I always want a front porch. Those two biggest things I want in a house more than anything, because I love sitting outside and seeing nature and just having my coffee and then a rocking chair. I know I'm kind of old school in a way, and I'm thinking like I want a rocking chair. And sitting there, I'm gonna be, and I don't know how to knit, but I'll learn how to knit. you know and I'll have my little niece probably over sitting on my lap, oh boy, just sitting there going on a rocking chair, just looking outside, having my coffee, just looking outside, seeing the sunrise. Got a few couple of neighbors, not too many, and a nice decent sized backyard. Other than that, that's all I want. I don't want nothing big. I don't want a big rich house. I don't want nothing that's just too much to clean or too much to do. I just want something simple. Something just simple, woozo, where you can just sit back and relax and just the house is not too much. I really just want 2 bedrooms and maybe 1 den. And that's because just in case if something ever happens to one of my family members, and they need a place to stay or just a guest room. That's what I want. I want like a nice 2 bedroom ranch home with a den, maybe a downstairs area so he can, when he plays his video games, he's not distracting me or anyone else around me. you know, and then of course I can always have my nephews come over, and maybe I'll make one of those rooms their rooms, and the den is going to be a small room for if I have a baby. I don't know yet. If it's God's will. I still have a little niece, that's on the way. So, there's kids, that I'm going to be bringing to my house. And I don't care for dining rooms. Like some people love dining rooms. They're like, I'd have to have a dining room. I don't care for dining rooms. I'm just more like, if you got an eat-in area, a kitchen with eat-in area, I'm fine with just that. I'm more about the bathtub. Oh, man. Nice bathtub, a nice good sized living room, and that front porch, more than anything. A nice little backyard with a deck, and there just a downstairs area where there's laundry and a separate room, like a tiny little room where my husband could just sit there and play video games and yell all he wants down there and no one can hear him. like you can yell all you want because I don't have to worry about no neighbors downstairs, and just shut the door. That's it. We won't have to worry about hearing him screaming, yelling at the video games. And that's what I want. That's all I want. I want something just simple. I don't want nothing where it's like big ass houses. You ever see these people with these big behind houses and they're living out of their means? I don't want nothing like that. I'd rather a decent sized house that's a decent amount of mortgage. You know what I mean? And that way I can save my money and I can travel and go places. I'd rather take my money and spend it traveling somewhere versus spending on a big ass house over nothing and just cleaning all these extra rooms for nothing. Like, I just want something simple, live simply, front porch. And guess what? I'm traveling because, my sister, as soon as that baby's popping out, she says she's getting a glass of wine and we're going to start traveling. And, of course, the baby's going to be traveling at 3 months with us. She's going to be traveling her very first beginning years because we already have it set up. I think we want to travel in April or May. And so, she's got the travel portable, what is it? The portable, like, oh boy, what do you call it? Oh my gosh, why is my mind going blank? This is what happens when you deal with patients. All your mind goes fried. You're dealing with medical all this stuff, medicines and things. You got to look into all this stuff. My mind is so fried from today. The portable playpen. There you go. The portable playpen. It's like it closes up, and you can take it everywhere you travel. So I'm like, we're gonna be traveling. We're taking the baby with us. Oh, I can't wait. The kids are gonna come. Because some people like, they don't like to take kids on their trips. I love taking kids on a trip. That's the best type of trips, vacations, is with your family. So I love traveling with my family and with the kids and seeing them have a good time. We're going to get to have the baby, and she's going to, have her first moments and years actually traveling around and doing different things. And some of the places me and my sister want to travel, we really want to go to like Puerto Rico for the first time, maybe the Bahamas. I know that after we do, if the surgery happens, are you kicking me out? Oh, come on. Huh? You got to kick me out. See, I know it. See, half hour. Do you got to go to bed now? You just ate dinner not long ago. Let that tummy rest. I'm not going to bed. I just want to come in here. You're trying to throw me out of my comfy bed so you can lay here and make me sit out there. I see you laughing. Tisk on you. You want that belt? You got comfy chairs, what are you talking about? But I just got. Can you move my candle out there for me? Then just move this out for me. Yeah, just move this out. Yeah, of course. I gotta carry the hot object. It's not hot. It's not hot. Here, hold it from the bottom part. I think my thing is almost charged. I mean, got like Just hold it from the bottom. See, I told you it's not hot. And hold the side.
All right. You let go of the line?
Hey. Don't be getting grouchy with me. You know what's going to happen tonight if you do. You're misbehaving over there. Mama Candy's going to got that bill. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Okay. Let's go out there. He's kicking me out of the room. He's evicting me out of my bed. He said, get out. All right. We'll go out this way. All right. I'll sit on the comfy couch. Well, not so comfy anymore. But I'll sit on the side that you didn't dent in. It is your fault. You sat on it one day. I came in here, it was all pushed in. I'm going to have to get a new couch now. Okay. Let me put this pillow behind my back, make it more comfy. Oh, gosh. Move his chair around, rest my feet on it. So, yeah. Where was I at? Oh, yeah. So that's what I was saying, after, possibly after the surgery, because there's a loved one of mine's that, so on the pair exchange list, and I'm on the pair exchange list. So the deal is that if everything goes well, the clearances go well, I will be giving one of my kidneys away to somebody. So I'm not a match with the loved one. I can't say who it is because it's personal and I can't say too much on here, but I'm not a match with them. So because of that reason, we're in the pair exchange. And so what it is that somebody has to give my loved one a kidney. And then in return, I have to give my kidney to somebody else. So we're hoping to do this soon. I hope that, that it happens soon because, if it does, that'd be great. And the big plan is if that happens, then we're all going to take a family cruise after that. You know what I mean? After things get settled down and our bodies heal up and everything like that, then we can travel and we'll be going on a cruise. And this will be. Huh?
You already lost one of my socks.
No, I didn't.
One of the new ones, yeah, because one of them by itself.
Well, I didn't have any socks to wear, so I took yours.
So you took one of mine?
Yes.
Is that one of the new ones?
No, I used the black one.
Yeah, is it one of the new ones? The one with the Nike logo and just dry fit on it?
No, because that one has the ankle thing. I don't wear that one. That goes up to his ankles.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you lost one.
No, it's probably sitting in the dirty clothes. Because there's sometimes I'm putting stuff away and I'm cleaning stuff and I sniff the socks to smell them. And if they smell stinky to me, I throw them in the hamper and rewash them.
I understand that, but it shouldn't be a lot.
Well, what you don't have any more?
I do, but I'm just saying.
Because some of those socks, I was sniffing them and they had a little stench that I just didn't like. I threw them into the hamper. I was like, phew. Oh boy, I didn't wear those socks, so I wore the other ones, the black short ones that don't go past your ankles. Oh boy. Hey, baby. He's probably, he just closed the door. He's in there watching, listening to this video, laying his back on that nice, comfy bed. Oh boy. But anyways, what I was saying was, so I want to do that. Family cruise, and this will actually be my first cruise ever. I've never been on a cruise before, ever in my life, ever. So I'm very excited about going on a cruise, and to just have that after the surgery would be awesome if we can do that, and just be able to travel and do a family thing and celebrate that would be really wonderful. And I'm hoping it's going to be this year. I hope that we can get the surgery done. So, I've been trying to take good care of my health, eat healthy. It's almost like having a baby, but I'm preparing my kidneys and trying to stay healthy for somebody else. So, I'm just preparing because, if everything goes well, these clearances and that, if this person can get these clearances in, that'd be great. Because, we were supposed to have this surgery about a couple of years ago, but things kept backing up stuff because every time you turn around, something bad happens to their health or something ends up happening and then everything gets delayed. So I'm hoping that this year is the year we can do this surgery, and find a match, because I'm just kind of ready. I mean, we've been waiting for so long, and I just really just want to get this done and over with. This will be my second surgery ever if I do undergo this, because my first surgery was in 12/22, and that was because I had that mass, that dermoid mass in my uterus and in my ovaries, so they had to move my ovary out and my fallopian tubes, everything on that left side. So, I'm kind of used to surgery and I know how it's going to feel, you know. And me, I'm funny about taking, medicines and stuff. So, I only took like 7 ibuprofens. I didn't even take the Percocets. I was like, hell no, I ain't taking that. I'm not trying to become a drug addict. Hell no. I'll bear that pain like a champ. Shoot. But I think I did pretty well for like that first time surgery, and not like taking hardly any painkillers and just bearing with the pain. I did pretty damn good. So I think, now I'm not scared of surgery anymore. Like, the people were telling me, like, do you know what to prepare for? Do you know what's going to happen? Do you know what you're going to, I want you to understand you're going to be in a lot of pain. And I'm looking at them like, I know, just had a surgery. I know exactly what pain I'm going to feel. They ain't changing my mind about giving my kidney away. So, oh shoot, a little bit of wine stain there. That's all right, because I got something covering that. So, yeah, so I ain't scared of pain anymore. I ain't scared of no surgery pain. I had to bear it through with no painkillers. I think I've lived. Ooh. But I've been sipping on the same wine glass for a while. But this is some good stuff. It's just the bramble raspberry wine and the chocolate Jersey Devil. You mix it together, it has a beautiful taste. Very good taste. It's perfect. I plan on doing a live chat soon. I've just have been keeping them off because, like I said, I like it better when I don't have a chat room. I feel like there's not so much distractions, especially when I'm doing my Bible studies. You know what I mean? And just getting the point out across, and there's nobody distracting you or nothing like that. And not just that too, but there's just too much. Like I said before, people with drama and problems, and people coming in trying to start stuff. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. It's like, okay, I'm not a person of drama. It's just not my thing, and I don't want people coming in and then they're mentioning somebody's name from the chat room, or they're coming in for all the wrong reasons. And I know a few people right now that are trying to test my waters, but what they don't realize is you can't test Mama Candy. You can't test me. I know what your intentions are. So you know what I mean? They don't know that I'm already onto them, and that I know what they're trying to do, and that they're trying to play games and stuff like that. And they're 2 steps away from getting blocked very soon. So I don't, like I said, I don't tell people what I know. I just observe things, I watch stuff, and then I know who's real, who's not true to me. You know what I mean? And once I find out what they're doing and doing something shady or something, I block them. I don't even give them an excuse. It's like, you should know what you did. That's what you get for being shady. And I'll block their ass right off my channel and get rid of them. Because no, I ain't got time for that. I don't got time for people to be playing games with me, being fake, talking nonsense behind my back, and then trying to smile in my face and expect me to be all cheery around them. It's like, nah, no, I'm sorry. I treat you well, you better treat me well back, because I will. There's a saying, and that saying is, real ones don't come back. We really don't. So, and I am still waiting on a particular person that I came across recently and had wrote them a message that I want to address them because they have made some false claims about my life. And I only want to talk to them personally, and I don't want to mention, their name or anything like that, because I'm not really out to put them on blast or nothing like that. It's just more like, you know what, this rumor has been going on for many years. I've always been aware of it, but it's just that I never cared to address it. And I just said to myself recently, I said, sometimes you got to address things to people because they obviously are doing wrong and they have to be held accountable for the things that they say. And if they're making false claims about your life that's not true, you are to address them, you know what I mean, to that person and let them know, like, hey, you don't speak for me. You know what I mean? And by the way, what you're saying is false. And this is part of the reason why I don't talk to you no more. It's when I see something shady about somebody and I see people operating in ways with wicked agendas and wicked intentions, it's something that it just rubs me the wrong way. It disturbs my peace. It's just like, I can't be near that person no more. Especially if you have all good intentions for that person and they turn around and they were doing you bad behind your back and then making up false claims about your life on top of it. It's like, no, I can't respect things like that. And so, I was like, I got to move back. But I want to address it just this one time and respectfully, and after that, I'm going to go my own separate ways and wish them well. More than ever, pray that person has the Lord and they find God and they find peace in their lives. It's just about it. But other than that, that's why I don't really have too much live feeds anymore. Just too many people out there shady, like come around for the wrong reasons, come around because they just want to get on your nerves or they want to test your waters. And it's like, you want to test me? You ain't testing me. I promise you that. Block. They'll tell you that you're going to test that block button. That's about it. I ain't got time for that. I don't test you. Don't test me, because if you test me, I'll block you. I don't got time to sit here and argue with people. I ain't got time to sit here and prove a point to you and say, blah, 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 blah. No, that ain't happening here. I'm sorry. I don't roll that way. I'm a person of peace, no drama, love, truth. I like to talk about things that are real, about life, about things that you've learned about yourself. And I like to talk about our flaws, as people. What are things that we learn about ourselves? I don't want to talk about, who did what and, oh, look at her life and this is this and this and that. That's not, hell no. I'm not trying to be Miss Gossip Lips, like, I'm not trying to do that. You know what I mean? That's not fun. That, to be honest with you, that would make me feel bad inside doing that to somebody. You know what I mean? Like talking about somebody's life, and I would just feel bad. You know what I mean? Like I was like, okay, I don't know nothing about that person's personal life, and I'm talking about it as if I'm that person and making up claims. Like I would feel horrible. Or just bringing just nonsense drama and just fighting over every little stupid thing. It's like, it's pettiness. So that's just, I don't want to be around that. I enjoy just the idea of just being able to talk about life, talk about the Lord, talk about my plans, talk Talk about things that people can relate to. Sharing good memories. And, talk about stuff that's interesting. Things that open your mind. It gets you thinking deep. Not this foolishness, that people want to do. It's like, don't bring that over here because once I see that, it's over. It's over. So right now, there's a person. There's two. I think there's a few people that are 2 seconds from getting blocked very soon. And they'll find out soon enough that I'm on to them. I know what they're doing, and I won't respond to them. I won't fight with them. I ain't gonna sit there and talk about you did this and that. I ain't doing none of that. I ain't gonna do no exposure videos and doing that foolishness. It's so stupid. Look what she did to me. I'm putting a video up. Blah, blah, blah. Get the hell out of here. I ain't doing none of that. I'm just gonna block your ass, and I ain't gonna never talk to you again. That's it. One time I talk to you is if, like I said, there's somebody who went and made a false claim that I knew personally at one point and was trying to speak for my life, crossing boundaries, and obviously everything they said was absolutely false. So, you know what I mean? So I like to address that, personally with that person and in a respectful manner, when they're ready, when their time. And if they don't ever respond to me, hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But I bet you 10-1 if I gave them the response that everybody else does and being nasty and doing this drama, they respond. I bet you that 10-1 because then they'll have something to accuse me of. But because I'm innocent, because I have no will, and I'm minding my business and they're the ones that are out there doing that and spreading false rumors about me and complaining about everybody else being a liar and things like that, the fact that they're doing that, it speaks volumes, So I'm looking forward to their phone call, and I'm going to be very, like I said, I ain't angry. I just want to address the situation and just say, hey, it is what it is. After I'm done talking to them, I'm parting my ways. I'm saying, wish you well. God bless you. Time to move on, and you do what you're going to do. That's it. It's out of my hands. But yeah. Man, oh man, I've learned so much about people. It's crazy over these past couple of years. It's just sad. I'll tell you one thing. You'll never catch me talking about their lives. Even though there's things I can sit and point my fingers at, but I'm not going to because I understand that everybody has flaws. You won't be catching me gossiping or talking about their life because I got bigger and better things to do than to sit here and gossip about people's lives. I have a life to live. I'm joyous. I'm doing good. I got nothing to complain about. You know what I mean? I got nothing to complain about. Things are good with me. I ain't miserable. But a person that does those things, you gotta wonder. They definitely not at peace. Not at all. What's sad is that person, I thought that they were real. I thought that they were genuine. I thought they loved me and cared about me. But then I realized that person deep down was just trying to pull me into problems. They were trying to pull me into drama on purpose, knowing that I was a person of peace and I wasn't comfortable. And I realized that wasn't my friend. That was a friend of me. And so that day when I realized that, I didn't even want to speak. I just said I have to pull back because I know where this is going. Had it stuck around that person, I would still been wrapped up in the same foolishness. I would have been into some other drama or some problems or something. I just know it. And then when I recently saw them making false claims about my life, that was like that's just confirmation of what I already knew all along. And I just said, yep, their fruits show. And I ain't mad. I'm just know that I was right. All they did was confirm to me that I was right about what I saw about them all along. And I always think to myself, how stupid was I? How much of a fool was I to think they were so good, that they cared about me, that they were a good friend, you know? After all that time, I didn't see the signs and the warning signs, you know? I was a fool, you know? I always say that. Yeah, you live and learn, you know? You see people for what they are. I mean, as part of life is growth, you know what I mean? It's trial and error. You see people for what they are. You live and learn, you know? That's life, you know. If you know what I mean? You got to mess up in order to learn, you know? So I've learned a lot over these past couple of years. Definitely, the older I get, the more my guard's up like this for people. I don't trust nobody. There's only a few people I trust, and it's less than 5 fingers. I'll tell you that right now. Less than 5 fingers. Less than 5 freaking fingers. I don't even want to be like in the in crowd with people. I'd rather stand alone before I go in a crowd with people. You know, enjoy my own company. You know. Mm-hmm. But yes. But yeah, I definitely want to do that story about Song of Solomon. I got to study my Bible. I know it's 8:49. I want to read before I go to bed because I have to be up so early in the morning again. I got to get up around like 4:30, 5 o'clock just to go to work. And take care of a whole another busy day of patients and insurance calls. And, you know, it's going to be a challenge. Oh, boy. So I'm like, I better just take this time now to just wooza, you know, have my time with God and just relax. And that's it. And then next week, the doctor returns, and then it's going to be extremely busy after that. And I ain't going to be coming home early so much anymore. I'm going to be coming home later on top of everything, plus cooking later, plus going to bed later. It's going to be crazy. So I better enjoy my rest now. But God bless everybody. I'm going to get going. I'm going to read some scriptures, have some time with God, and then go to sleep. Talk to everybody soon. Bye-bye.